Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Umir Safitri. I'm from class management 24C with number student 2441113. On the occasion, I will discuss about understanding data distribution, a visual journey. Embark on a insightful exploration into the fascinating world of data distribution. This presentation will guide you through CAN concept and visual tools, transforming complex dataset into clear, compelling narrative. Okay, let's get straight to it. Why visualizing data distribution matter? In the realm of data analysis, visualizing distribution is not merely an aesthetic use, it's a fundamental step towards deeper understanding. Raw number can be overwhelming, but a well-crafted visualization reveals patterns, anomalies, and insight that might otherwise remain hidden. Number one, your feelings, hidden patterns. Data visualization acts as a powerful magnifying glass, allowing us to discern subtle trends and relationships within vast datasets. It transforms abstract figures into tangible shapes, making it easier for the human brain to process and interpret information. Number two, informing better decision. When data distribution is clearly understood, decision makers are empowered with actionable intelligence. Whether it's optimizing marketing strategies, refining product feeder, or improving operational efficiency, visual insight lead to more informed and confident use. Next, the basic what is data distribution? At its core, data distribution is fact. Observations are spread across a array of values. It's about understanding how frequently different values appear in a dataset and where they tend to cluster. Number one, frequency. How often is value or rank of value occur within the dataset? This is the cornerstone of understanding distribution. Number two, set. The overall form of the distribution, which can be symmetric, squared, or multimodal. This provides insight into underlying process. Number three, central tendency. Measure like the mean, median, and mode will indicate the counter or typical value of the data. This provides a single point summary. It makes tracking the height of student is in a class. The distribution would show you not just the average height, but also how many students are tall, how many are short, and whether most students are around the average height. And then the next capture is beyond the average, exploring speed. Well, the average provide a central point. It doesn't tell the whole story. To truly understand data, we must also examine its spread or variability. How tightly packed or dispersed are the data points? Number one, ranks. The simplest measure of spread calculated as the difference between the maximum and minimum value. It gives a quick idea of the data span. Number two, standard deviation. What is standard deviation? This is a crucial metric that quantifies the average amount of variation or distribution around the mean. A small standard deviation indicates data points are close to the mean, while a large one suggests they are spread out. Number three, variance. The square of the standard deviation, providing a measure of how far each number in the set is from the mean. It gives more weight to outlier. And then consider two group of students with the same average their score. If one group has a small standard deviation, their scores are consistently around the average. If the other has a large standard deviation, some students perform exceptionally well, while others struggle. despite the same of Rex. And then the next capture is histogram, your first glimpse. Histograms are one of the most fundamental tools for visualizing the distribution of numerical data. They offer a powerful first glimpse into the shape, control, and spread of your dataset. How histogram works? A histogram divides the data into bins or interval along the x-axis. For each bin, a bar is drawn whose height represents the frequency or the count of data point falling within that interval. By observing the height of this bar, we can quickly understand which value most rank are most common and which are rare. Number one, identify the rank of your data. Number two, divide the rank into equal size bin. Number three, count how many data points fall into each bin. Number four, draw bar for each bin with height proportional to the count. Histograms are excellent for detecting squareness, models, or peaks and potential outlier within your data. They provide an intuitive visual summary that is easy to interpret. Okay, let's do capture. Box plot summarizing 5K number. Box plot, also known as box and Whisker plot, provide a concise visual summary of the distribution of a dataset through 5K summary statistic. Number one, minimum value. This smallest observation in the dataset or excluding outlier. Number two, freeze quartile or key one. The 25 percentile, meaning 25% of the data falls below this value. Number three, median or key two. The 50 percentile representing the middle value of the data. Number four, third quartile or key three. The 75 percentile, meaning 75% of the data fall below this value. Number five, maximum value. The largest observation in the dataset or excluding outlier. The box in the plot extend from key 1 to key 3, encompassing the middle 50% of the data. The line inside the box represents the median. The whiskers extend from the box to the minimum and maximum value, giving a sense of the spread. Outliers, if any, are often plotted as individual points beyond the whisker. And then the next capture, this is a dissenting plot or smoothing out the story. While histogram use the correct bar to show frequency, dissenting plot provide a smooth, continuous curve. The represents the distribution of data. They are essentially smoothed version of histogram. Number one, the advantage of smoothness. Dissenting plot as a technique called kernel density estimation or KDE to infer the underlying probability distribution function from the data. Describe a curve that is less dependent on bandwidth because offering a clearer picture of the data set. They are particularly useful, number one, comparing the distribution of multiple group and the same plot. Number two, identifying the peaks or model of a distribution more clearly. Number three, visualizing the overall shape without the checkness of histogram. Think of a distinct plot as taking the histogram bar and drawing a continuous line that traces their general outline, revealing the underlying density of data point at different value. And then putting squareness and outlier. Understanding the shape of your data distribution is critical, especially while looking for squareness and identifying outliers. This characteristic can significantly influence your analysis. Number one, skewness. Describe the asymmetry of the distribution. A positively squared or right skewered distribution has a long tail extending to the right, often indicate a few high value, pulling the mean upwards. A negatively skewered or less skewered distribution has a long tail to the left, suggesting a few low value, pulling the means downwards. Number two, outlier. Data point that significantly deviate from other observations then can be due to measurement error, data entry mistake, or genuinely unusual event. Identifying and understanding outlier is crucial as they can disproportionately affect statistical analysis. Visual tools like histogram and spot plots are excellent for spotting this pattern. Square distribution appear alongside, while outlier often stand alone from far from the main cluster of data point. And next, practical example real-world application. Understanding data distribution isn't just theoretical, it has profound practical implications across various industries. Number one, healthcare. Analyzing patient recovery time or efficiency of the rival square distribution. This help medical professional tailor treatment, identify patient subgroup, and anticipate resource need. Number two, finance. Stock market return frequently exhibit squared and fat tailor distribution crucial for risk assessment and portfolio management. Identifying outlier can signal significant market event. Number three, education. This distribution of student test score can reveal teaching effectiveness, identifying area where students struggle or pinpoint student who needs additional support. A bimodal distribution might suggest two distinct learning groups. And then can takeaways and next step. We have journey through the fundamental of data distribution and its visual representation. Here a recap of the crucial insight. Number one, visualization is key. Always try by visualizing your data distribution to uncover pattern and anomaly. Number two, choose the right tool. Histogram for initial overview, workplot for summary statistics and outlier detection, and distinctive plot for smooth comparisons. Number three, beyond the average. Measure of spread or rank standard deviation are as important as central tendency or medians, mean medians. Number four, spot skewness and outlier. These characteristics significantly impact data interpretation and subsequent analysis. To continue your journey, consider exploring number one, advanced statistical tests for normality and squareness. Number two, different types of distribution, as the exponential, Poisson. Number three, technique quiz for handling outlier and transforming square data. Okay, guys, this is explanation from me. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.